Welcome to the San Diego County Academic League, featuring the area's best and brightest high school students. They'll be responding to tough questions in a variety of subject areas, from history to literature to science to math and more. I'm Clark Anthony. It is playoff season in Academic League. Teams around the county are competing in their own individual leagues to find out who will go on to the county finals and perhaps the county championship. We are focusing on the San Diego Metro League in this match. What has happened so far, we have 3 matches in one day. In the first match, it was Madison High School that beat the Bishop's School, and they now will move on to the championship match for the Metro League. They will face the winner of the match that you are just about to see, and that is Coronado High School taking on Mission Bay High. We'll introduce the players and the coaches, and then we'll get underway with the competition. First, let me say hi to Betsy Dancher, who is the Mission Bay coach. I'm sorry, Betsy. I've confused 2 names there.
Okay.
Betsy Andrews, who is the Coronado coach. Congratulations. Here is your first place trophy for Coronado for winning the varsity Southeastern Division. Pretty exciting season for you and your team?
Yes, they played a great season. They're really smart students. I'm really proud of them. Good job, guys.
This is your 3rd year of coaching, I understand. And what kind of a team do you have? Are they young? Are they old?
We have 3 juniors and 2 seniors, so 3 of them will be returning next year.
Well, that must be exciting for you as well, I would
Yes.
imagine. And you teach at Coronado?
Yes, I teach math. This year I'm teaching honors pre-calculus and algebra 1.
Math is sometimes one of those things for Academic League that can be especially difficult, so it must be nice to have a math teacher as coach.
Yes, it's good. I feel that some of the problems, though, there's just not enough time to answer them. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never felt that way.
Right.
I don't even pick up a pencil, though, because it's pointless.
Yeah.
Would you introduce your starting lineup for us from left to right?
Absolutely. So first we have Chris Leary. Chris is currently a junior. Chris is many things, but primarily an exemplary Eagle Scout. Chris, for his Eagle Scout project, spent 6 weeks in the San Diego wilderness, studying and befriending a pack of coyotes. Chris is anything but trivial. However, he does possess a penchant for trivia, which you will see in a few minutes. His other interests include tide pools, long walks on the beach, soap sculpture, and palm tree climbing, a popular club sport in Coronado. Tonight, you will see that when it comes to academics, Chris takes no prisoners. Next, we have Maudie Hoffman. A distant relative of the Red Baron, Maudie is inspired by flight. She discovered her passion for aeronautical engineering at NASA's Space Camp. One of her other primary interests is ice cream criticism. She is also a founding member of Coronado's Junior Soap Sculpture Association. Her now famous sculpture of a hamster was recently in exhibit at the Coronado Museum of History and received critical acclaim. Next, we have Andrew Morris. Andrew is a senior this year. Team leader Andrew Morris is one of the most dedicated Star Wars aficionados one will ever meet. Nicknamed Red Leader 1 by the rest of the squad, his love of this franchise has pushed him to pursue a cinema major next year in college. His other hobbies include Northern Tuscan cheeses, ballet, and sharpening pencils. He is currently a member of Coronado High School's competitive ballet team, of which he is a varsity athlete. Andrew also has a burning passion for cats. However, this does not bias him against canines. In fact, his 2 dachshunds, Maggie and Pepper, recently competed in the Wiener Dog National Races. He hopes to make them proud today as he competes for his school honor and their honor. And that's actually a true statement. His dogs did compete, so we're very proud of them. Tyler Francis. Tyler is a junior this year with his favorite subject being AP Chemistry. He recently qualified for the finals of the Chemistry Olympiad. Tyler plans to use his vast knowledge of chemistry to study at a culinary institute in Alaska and create chemically enhanced frozen yogurt for underprivileged children after he completes high school. In his free time, Tyler enjoys working as a part-time model for Sears, competing as a soloist in synchronized swimming, and singing with his 4 younger brothers and sisters in a country western band that his mother compares to the Jackson 5. And we have Arya Rodley. Arya is currently a junior. Coming off a career of national rhythmic gymnastics, she coaches young girls in the sport at her family's gym. Arya's goal is to train a super team of gymnasts to infiltrate the nation of Brazil at the 2016 Olympics. This talented diva is also an exceptional dancer and is a varsity member of Coronado's school twerk team. On weekends, Arya gives free water aerobics lessons to the elderly and enjoys riding to her North Korean pen pal. So there's our team.
Wow. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for watching. No, I'm just teasing. Why do I have the feeling that all of these students are majoring in creative writing?
They're just very creative people.
No question.
Yeah.
Good luck to you and your team, Betsy. Let's go over here. I was confusing the name Betsy and Barry for a second there. Barry, come on over here. Barry Dancher is a teacher at Mission Bay High School. No, stand on this side over here. That works very, very well. And he's the academic league coach at Mission Bay. Let me congratulate you for winning the wild card for the varsity Central Division. That always sounds rather exciting to be the wild card.
Yes, and we have a relatively wild bunch of students also who participate in academic league.
I can imagine that. Now, you're a runner. You love to travel. I assume those are two separate things, so you don't necessarily run everywhere you travel.
Actually, I try to. I try to coordinate things so that when we do travel, there's some kind of race.
Running across the ocean, though, can be tough, I guess, too. So you have to get to wherever you're going.
We do, yeah.
Would you introduce your starting lineup from left to right for us, please?
Sure. Starting on the left, we have Tierra Gonzalez, a junior, member of Mission Bay's track team and a varsity cheerleader, a member of Girl State, she's a Girl State representative, a member of the National Honor Society, and a full IB diploma candidate. Next, we have Thomas Shotley, a senior, member of Mission Bay's cross country, golf, and soccer teams. He was all-league in soccer, full IB diploma candidate, and is considering attending USC or the University of Washington. Next, the captain, Brett Lindley, member of Mission Bay's cross-country team, full IB diploma candidate, and has been accepted at UC Santa Barbara and will major there in economics. Daniel Fennell, triathlete, who has competed at the national championships twice, is a full IB diploma candidate and is going to UC Santa Barbara also. And then we have Yuwandi Mariesa, varsity cheerleader, full IB diploma candidate. She'll be attending UC Santa Barbara with a major in international relations, and her goal is to be a career diplomat.
Coach Dancher, I have to ask you something. Mark Hines is our moderator, and I know moderators don't normally take requests, but apparently during a previous match featuring your team, one of the team members made a request and he granted it?
It was very romantic. The captain of our team, Brett Lindley, somehow integrated this almost formal request or question of another member of our academic league team, Tierra, and actually asked her to go to the prom with him.
Did she ring in?
I was nervous. Actually, she didn't ring in. Actually, someone else on the other team rang in first.
Well, he's a catch, you know.
And became a little complicated, but ultimately Tierra did say yes.
Well, that is exciting. Congratulations to both of you, and good luck to you and your team.
Thank you.
All right. Mark Hines, as I say, is our moderator. I promise not to slip him any questions. He has plenty of his own. He teaches history at Muirlands Middle School. He's been a city and county teacher of the year, as well as Kyocera teacher ambassador to Japan and state representative to the German Republic school system. As always, we are very honored to have Mark Hines be our moderator. Mark?
Thank you, Clark. We have 30 minutes to go and we'll start the clock. We're going to go to current events right away. In a break with tradition, Pope Francis riled some traditionalists by washing the feet of two members of what group? We go to Coronado.
Muslims?
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you, Mission Bay. In a break with tradition, Pope Francis riled some traditionalists, and we go to Mission Bay.
Women?
Women, yes, women. Mission Bay identified these works by H.G. Wells. After a meteor lands near London, people are terrorized by three-legged aliens. The invaders eventually succumb to bacteria for which they lack immunity. B. In this work, an unnamed traveler goes to the future and discovers Eloi people being consumed by Morlocks. And C. Griffin is a medical student who studies in optical densities, leads him to change his index of refraction to match that of air. Yes, please.
For A, we have War of the Worlds. For B, we have The Time Machine. And for C, we have The Invisible Man.
All of those are correct for 5 points. And back to the toss-ups. Alcohols and carbolic acids can be combined to form what compound in a reaction named for Fischer? Many of them smell like fruit. We go to Coronado.
Ester.
Esters is right, yes. The human genome is encoded in DNA. A, expand the acronym DNA. B, DNA consists of a long chain or polymer of these units made from sugar, a phosphate group, and a base such as adenine or guanine. And C, adenine and guanine belong to this class of molecules fused with pyrimidine and imidazole rings.
We have our answers.
Yes.
We have deoxyribonucleic acid, nucleotides, and purines.
All of those are correct for 5 points, and we'll keep going. In what sea do we find the islands of Santorini and Rhodes? This body of water is connected by the Dardanelles to the Sea of Marmara, and its southern boundary is formed by Crete. To Mission Bay.
The Aegean Sea.
Yes, that's right. And for your bonus, we'll talk about the following beginnings of the Soviet Union. A, this revolutionary leader founded the USSR and led the October Revolution. B, this man was the second prime minister of the Russian provisional government until another leader was elected after the October Revolution. And C, this Soviet party was formed to counter the Bolsheviks in 1904 by Julius Martov. Whereas Bolshevik means majority, this party's name translates as minority.
We have our answers?
Yes, please.
For A, we have Lenin. For B, we have Kerensky. And for C, we have the Mensheviks.
And all of those are correct for 5 points, please. Next, name the Danish father of existentialism, the author of Two Ages, Fear and Trembling, and also Either Or. His name is Soren Kierkegaard. In this book, the narrator's daughter found out that it would not be fun to do something until she was good at it after being forced to practice violin 3 hours a day. Can you name this book by Amy Chua about Asian parenting? Mission Bay, please.
Battle Song of the Tiger Mother.
Judges? I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat that for Coronado. In this book, the narrator's... Now we go to Coronado.
Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mother.
There we go. And for your bonus, restate each of the following trigonometric functions in terms of sine and cosine. A, secant of x. B, cotangent of x. And C, cosecant of x.
So 1 over cosine of x, sine over... No, cosine of x over sine x. And 1 over sine. We have our answers.
Andrew, please.
We have 1 over the cosine of x. We have cosine of x over the sine of x. And we have 1 over the sine of x.
All three are correct for 5 points, and we'll keep going. The bottom layer of any body of water is called this layer. Organisms that live in this layer of a lake are bottom feeders. That's called benthic. Next, one poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning opens with the speaker posing a question. The speaker then goes on to say, "Let me count the ways." What question does the speaker pose? We go to Mission Bay.
How do I love thee?
Yes, that's right. How do I love thee? Well, let's talk about tectonic plates. A, what name is given to tectonic plates that are separating from each other? B, what name is given to tectonic plates that are moving toward each other? And finally, C, what name is given to tectonic plates that are moving laterally past each other?
Converging and diverging. We have our answers?
Yes, please.
For A, we have converging plates. For B, we have diverging plates. And for C, we have transform plates.
Number 3 is correct for 1 point. The first two were reversed, and then they would have been correct. For either team, now find the limit as x approaches infinity of 2x minus 1 over x plus 1. to Mission Bay.
2.
Yes. Mission Bay, name 3 U.S. Army officer ranks from the insignia on their shoulder loops. A pair of silver bars. B, a gold oak leaf. And C, 4 stars.
We have answers?
Brett, please.
For A, we have captain. For B, we have major. And for C, we have general.
Yes, those are all correct. 5 points, please. Identify the method of painting directly onto a wall using wet plaster as a building medium for paint. In large-scale works of art, this medium, giornata, lines are often visible. Fresco would be that answer. Which U.S. president was a professor at Yale Law School in 1913, the governor of the Philippines in 1902, and in 1921, Supreme Court Chief Justice? That's William Howard Taft on that one. Name the Trinidadian author of In a Free State, A Bend in the River, and A House for Mr. Biswas. His name is V.S. Naipaul. Next, this quantity is equal to charge over voltage. The reciprocal of this quantity is elastance. Name this quantity typically measured in farads that is associated with devices capable of storing charge. We go to Coronado.
Capacitance.
That's right, yes. Coronado, name some Washington, D.C. memorable landmarks. A, portable versions have been created of this war memorial's main component, a black stone triangular wall designed by Maya Lin, inscribed with the names of over 58,000 missing and dead. B, this memorial, designed by John Russell Pope, is an open circular building in a neoclassical style on the shores of the tidal basin with a statue of the founding father standing as a centerpiece inside. And C, this public square directly north of the White House contains a statue of the French officer of the Continental Army from whom it was named.
Lafayette?
Yeah. Okay.
Square or something?
Yeah. All right. We have our answers.
Yes, please.
We have the Vietnam War Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial, and Lafayette Plaza.
Judges on number 3.
Abstruse. Do you know what that is?
That's difficult to understand.
Abstruse. Do you know what that is?
Hard to understand.
Never mind. Oh, here it is. Abstruse. Difficult to understand. Kind of like you.
Judges will accept all 3 answers and will give you 5 points to Coronado. Let's go to the next toss-up. Named after a Croatian seismologist, this discontinuity marks a change in rock density that corresponds with a change in seismic wave velocity. Can you name this boundary between the Earth's crust and mantle? Moho discontinuity. What is the length of the internal diagonal of a rectangular solid that measures 1 by 3 by 5 meters? And we go to Coronado.
3 meters?
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for Mission Bay. What is the length of the internal diagonal of a rectangular solid that measures 1 by 3 by 5 meters? Now we go to Mission Bay.
Square root of 35 meters?
Yes, that's what I have. And for your bonus, answer the following about labor movements in the United States. A, this strike pitted an association of iron and steel workers against Carnegie Steel Company. Henry Clay Frick enlisted Pinkertons to break it up. B, this other strike was broken up by Grover Cleveland, who claimed that it interfered with the delivery of mail. It was staged by the workers of a company that produced sleeper cars. And C, this group of angry workers marched on Washington during the Panic of 1893, but it died down after its leader was arrested for trespassing on the lawn of the U.S. Capitol. All right, and we go to Mission Bay.
For A, we have the Carnegie Steel Strike. For B, we have the Pullman Strike. And for C, we have the Expeditionary Force.
Number 2 is correct for 1 point. Homestead Strike would have been that first one, and Coxey's Army would have been the last one. We have 18 minutes left. The score is Mission Bay 31 and Coronado 22. The next toss-up, what president stopped the Wilmot Proviso from passing, negotiated an end to the Oregon question and the 49th parallel, at the 49th parallel, and fought the Mexican-American War? Mission Bay.
Taylor?
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat that for you, Coronado. Which president stopped the Wilmot Proviso from passing, negotiated an end to the Oregon question at the 49th parallel, and fought the Mexican-American War? Coronado, please.
James K. Polk.
Yes, that's right. For your bonus, give the last name of these literary protagonists named David. A, this Dickens character exposes the thievery of Uriah Heep. B, this Robert Louis Stevenson creation is kidnapped. And C, this only surviving pilot of Discovery in 2001, A Space Odyssey, eventually returns to Earth as a godlike being.
We have our answers.
Andrew.
We have Copperfield, no answer, and Bradley.
Number 1 is correct for 1 point. Balfour would have been the second, and Bauman would have been that last question. Thank you. For other team, this is from Current Events. What former president's daughter has been selected to serve as an ambassador to Japan? We go to Mission Bay.
Clinton?
No, I'm sorry. And let me repeat that for Coronado. What former president's daughter has been selected to serve as ambassador to Japan? Coronado.
Reagan?
No, it was John F. Kennedy's daughter, actually. What grammatical term is used to indicate the study of the way words are combined to form phrases and sentences? This term comes from the Greek words for, we go to Mission Bay.
Syntax.
Yes, that's right. Mission Bay, for your bonus, answer these questions about wonders produced by nature. A, name the highest waterfall in the world. It's located in South America. B, name the South American country in which the waterfall is located. And C, name the mountain located on the border between Switzerland and Italy, and it's also known as Monte Cervino. Many people have died trying to climb it.
Does anybody know for sure what B is? Because I'm thinking it's Columbia, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Columbia sounds right.
Okay, we have our answers?
Yes, please.
For A, we have Angel Falls. For B, we have Columbia. And for C, we have the Matterhorn.
1 and 3 are correct for 3 points. Venezuela is where those Angel Falls are. Back to the toss-ups. What does the Latin suffix on each of these 3 words mean? Convert, invert, subvert. That means turn. Time out, Mission Bay.
What's the future of your business? It's right here in this student-designed robot.
Xylophone.
It's in the knowledge of words.
XYLOPHONE. Xylophone.
Knowledge of math.
1, we have -10. 2, we have 11. And 3, we have the third quadrant.
All 3 are correct for 3 points.
And discovery of science. What's the future of your business? It's in academic competition. It goes beyond the classroom, inspiring students to think in new ways, building teams that share, create, and make new connections in the brain. What's the future of your business?
It's in your customers.
Your leaders, your employees.
Right now, we call them students, and you'll be calling on them soon. Get involved in the future of your business. Find out how you can support San Diego academic competition. Call 858-292-3850. 858-292-3850.
We're back after a brief timeout. There were no changes at Coronado. However, Mission Bay has a new player. Brett, will you tell us who's just arrived?
Yes, of course. This is Geraldine Vasquez.
Geraldine, we welcome you. We still have 15 minutes left. Our score is Mission Bay 36 and Coronado 22. We'll start the clock and go to the next toss-up. From current events, what island nation has recently needed Eurozone intervention? Mission Bay.
Cyprus.
Yes, that's right. We'll go to math for your bonus. If f of x equals x squared minus 1 and g of x equals 2x minus 3, perform each function operation. A, f plus g, b, f minus g, and c, f of g.
Okay. Could you repeat the second two questions?
Yes. F minus g, f of g.
X squared minus 2x plus 2.
Yeah. 2x plus 8. That was b, right?
No.
Yeah, see, that's what I meant.
All right, and we go to Brett.
For A, we have x squared plus 2x minus 4. For B, we have x squared minus 2x plus 2. And for C, we have 4x squared minus 12x plus 8.
All of those are correct for 5 points, please. The next toss-up asks, other than iron, what is the most prevalent element in the Earth's core? It is also found with iron. And we go to Coronado.
Nickel.
That's right. And for your bonus, name some of the heroes who fought on the side of the Greeks during the Trojan War. A, this greatest Greek hero of the Greeks stopped fighting after an argument with Agamemnon over slaves, but came back to fight after Patroclus was killed. B, two heroes with this name fought in the war. One killed himself when he didn't receive Achilles' armor, and the other incurred the wrath of Athena when he defiled her temple during the sack of Troy. And C, the last one, this figure was too old to partake in combat, but instead gave advice to the leaders of the Greek heroes.
Agamemnon? Who's the king? Priam?
We have our answers.
Andrew, please.
We have Achilles, Hector, and Priam.
Achilles is correct for 1 point. Ajax and Nestor would have been those next two answers. Thank you. For either team, now name the French philosopher who is most famous for his massive work, The Spirit of the Laws, in which he espoused the ideas of separation of powers and We go to Coronado.
Baron de Montesquieu.
Judges? We will accept that. And Coronado, for your bonus, identify some volcanoes. A, this picturesque peak, the tallest in its nation, is surrounded by 5 lakes, and it's about 60 miles southwest of Tokyo. B, this volcano in the Caucasus was the location that Prometheus was chained to in the Greek myth. It's regarded as the highest mountain in Europe. And C, this stratovolcano can be found in Indonesia on an island between Java and Sumatra. In 1883, eruption was the loudest noise in recorded history.
We have our answers.
Yes, please.
We have Mount Fuji, Mount Olympus, and Krakatoa.
1 and 3 are correct for 3 points. Mount Elbrus would have been that second one. Thank you. Back to the toss-up. What is the derivative of tangent 3x? Coronado.
3 times secant squared of x.
Judges? Now let me repeat that. What is the derivative of tangent 3x? Mission Bay.
3 times secant squared 3x.
That's correct. Mission Bay, for your bonus, the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution protects the rights of the accused in 4 different ways. Name any 3 of these protections.
Right against self-incrimination. Anybody else got anything? Fair and sweet. Self-incrimination, double jeopardy, fair and speedy trial. For A, we have your right against self-incrimination. For B, we have double jeopardy. And for C, we have a right to a fair and speedy trial.
First two are correct for 3 points. The other two could have been: a grand jury must first indict a person before you go to trial, and an accused cannot be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process. So that'll give you 3 points, and we'll go to the next toss-up. According to Miranda, the Miranda warning specifically, where can anything you say be used against you? Back to Mission Bay.
In a court of law.
That's right, in a court of law. So we'll go to math for your bonus and change this up a bit. What is the derivative with respect to x of each of the following? A, 4x, B, cosine x, and C, natural log of 2x.
Could you repeat C, please?
C is natural log of 2x.
Okay, yeah. So it's 2 over x. Wait, isn't it 1 over? It's 1 over. Yeah, 1 over x.
And we go to Brett.
For A, we have 4. For B, we have negative sine x. And for C, we have 1 over x.
All of those are correct for 5 points. And back to the toss-ups. Members of this phylum have chitin exoskeletons and were also the first to develop complex eyes and flight. Trilobites were ancient members. Can you name this? And we go to Mission Bay.
Mollusks.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat that for you, Coronado. Members of this phylum have chitin exoskeletons and were the first to develop complex eyes and flight. Trilobites were ancient members. Can you name this phylum of animals? Now we go to Coronado.
Crustaceans.
No, anthropods or anthropoda would have worked for that. This politician claimed to become a Republican after reading Gore Vidal's book, Burr. She dropped out of the 2012 GOP presidential race after losing in Iowa. Mission Bay?
Michelle Bachmann.
That's right, Michelle Bachmann. Can you answer these chemistry questions, please, for your bonus? A, what German scientist designed a namesake open flame piece of laboratory equipment that mixes air and natural gas to produce higher temperatures? B, bonfires are an example of what kind of chemical reaction that has a net release of heat? And C, the sky blue spectral lines that dominate its flame test are the source of which alkali metal's name?
Could you repeat C, please?
C, the sky blue spectral lines that dominate its flame test are the source of which alkali metal's name?
What's it?
Lithium, sodium. Maybe try rubidium.
We have our answers?
Yes, please.
For A, we have Bunsen. For B, we have exothermic. And for C, we have rubidium.
1 and 2 are correct for 3 points. Cesium would have been that last answer. And let's go back to the toss-ups. Name the mountain range that runs parallel to the Mediterranean coast and passes through Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. To Coronado.
The Atlas Range.
Yes, that's right. Coronado, this country consists of over 17,000 islands, and it has the largest Muslim population in the world. A, name this archipelagic country with capital at Jakarta. B, this is the westernmost island of the Sunda Islands, and it is the 6th largest island in the world. And C, this island is the 11th largest in the world, and it is separated from Borneo by the Makassar Strait.
We have our answers.
Yes, please.
We have Indonesia, and then we have Java, and then we have Java.
Indonesia is correct for 1 point. Number 2 would have been Sumatra, and C would have been Sulawesi. We'll go back to the toss-ups. It is home to the popular Ipanema and Copacabana beaches. Name the South American city that will host the 2014 Mission Bay, please.
Brazil.
No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that for you. Coronado?
Rio de Janeiro.
Yes, Rio de Janeiro is correct. Please answer the following questions about Greek art from the clues provided. A, just above the columns but below the pediment, architects carved friezes on what section of a Greek temple? B, Greek sculptors often carved freestanding youths in the nude with archaic smiles on their faces. What was this artistic style called? And C, what early American architect championed Greek architecture as the most appropriate form for a republican society?
Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson was the third one.
Yeah.
The third one.
It's like a Chronos or something else. A Chronos. It's like, what's the first one?
We have our answers.
Andrew, please.
We have the crown.
I'm sorry, speak up, please.
We have the Crown, Koros, and Thomas Jefferson.
2 and 3 are correct for 3 points. Entablature would have been that first answer. Timeout, Mission Bay.
Once you see the world through math and science, you'll never see anything the same way again. Go to girlsgotech.org.
You'll see.
We're back after a timeout. Our score is Mission Bay 60, Coronado 45. We still have 5 minutes and 42 seconds. We'll start the clock and keep going. Back to the toss-ups. This famous American used Operation Quicksilver to conceal an invasion and ordered the 7th Army under George S. Patton to take Messina and authorized the execution of Eddie Slovic for desertion. Can you name this man? Mission Bay.
MacArthur.
No, I'm sorry. Coronado, I'll repeat that. This famous American used Operation Quicksilver to conceal an invasion, ordered the 7th Army under George Patton to take Messina and authorized the Coronado.
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
That's right. For your bonus, match these Shakespearean wives with their husbands. A. Titania from A Midsummer Night's Dream. B. Emilia from Othello. And C. Portia from The Merchant of Venice.
I've only read 2. Hamlet. There's an alien. Oh, that's the Tempest, yeah.
We have our answer.
Yes, please.
We have Oberon, Othello, and no answer.
Oberon is correct for 1 point. Iago and Bassiano would have been those other two. And we'll go back to the toss-ups now. What is the limit as quantity x squared plus 1 over the quantity x plus 3? Right away to Mission Bay.
Infinity.
No, I'm sorry. Coronado, I'll repeat that. What is the limit as quantity x squared plus 1 over the quantity x plus 3?
Give a limit.
Stop the clock, please.
Monday morning came too soon. It's entering my...
We're back after a brief judge's timeout. There's 4 minutes left, and we'll continue with the clock moving. What economist championed the influence of aggregate demand upon a nation's economy and employment and wrote The Economic Consequences of the Peace? To Coronado.
John Maynard Keynes.
Yes, that's right, Keynes. And for your bonus, which of the 6 basic trigonomic functions, A, has a slope that is always negative, B, equals the square root of 1 plus the tangent squared, and C, is an odd function with no vertical asymptotes?
Last one's cotangent.
Yeah. Cotangent. Yeah. All right. We have our answer.
Yes, please.
We have cotangent, secant, and cotangent.
1 and 2 are correct. Number 3 would have been signed. That'll give you 3 points. Thank you. For either team now, the first of these 3 devices ever created was of the point contact variety made by Bratton, Shockley, and Bardeen. The density of these devices on computer chips doubles every 18 to 24 months, according to when we go to Coronado.
Transistors?
That's right. And for your bonus, name any 3 of the 5 Civil War generals who later became U.S. presidents.
Grant. And no, Polk was before. Never mind.
Grover Cleveland. Wow.
Suggestion. Yeah.
All right, and we go to Coronado.
We have Ulysses S. Grant, Zachary Taylor, and Grover Cleveland.
Number 1, Grant, is correct for 1 point. Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Benjamin, or Harrison would have been those others. Thank you. And we go back to the toss-ups, and we have a tie score of 59. Name the first assembly of elected representatives of English colonists in North America. And we go to Coronado.
The House of Burgesses.
That's right. Please answer these questions about the geography of Earth's moon. A, the moon is covered with a layer of this mixture of dust, soil, and broken rock. B, this lunar mar is located with a similarly named basin. Most U.S. missions to the moon land here. And C, the darkness of the lunar sea is due to the composition of this type of lava contrasted with felsic lava.
Mariner? Is that Mars? I don't know, lunolith, but I don't think that's right. I mean, it's moon rock. Okay, but that's not a real answer. All right.
All right, we have our answer.
Yes, please.
I'm going to defer to Tyler.
All right, we have lunolith, Marineris, and no answer.
I'm sorry, regolith, Sea of Tranquility, and Mothic lava would have been those. Let's keep going. What woman coined the term lost generation? We go to Coronado.
Gertrude Stein.
That's right. Many composers wrote a set of variations based on a certain melody or theme. Name the composers of the following sets of variations. A, the Goldberg variations. B, the Diabelli variations. And C, the variations on a theme of Haydn or St. Anthony variations.
Handel or something. Haydn.
We have our answers.
Andrew.
We have Johannes Bach, we have Mozart, and Beethoven.
Number 1 is correct for 1 point. Beethoven and Brahms would have been the next. Next, name the pianist and composer of 12 transcendental etudes as well as 19 Hungarian rhapsodies. Mission Bay.
Bach.
No, I'm sorry. I'll repeat that for Coronado. Name the pianist. Coronado.
Franz Liszt.
Franz Liszt is correct, yes. Coronado, fog is this type of cloud at ground level. A, name this type of low, uniform gray cloud that form in sheets and are associated with overcast skies and drizzle. B, a squall line forms from towers of this type of cloud, which are often anvil-shaped and associated with powerful thunderstorms. And the last one, clouds have a high degree of this measurement of reflectivity of a surface because they are white. Dark surfaces such as water have a low degree of this measurement.
We have our answers.
Yes, please, Andrew.
We have cumulus, cumulonimbus, and index of refraction.
Number 2, cumulonimbus is correct for 1 point. Stratus clouds would have been the first, and albedo, that last one. Thank you. Clark, what a great match.
Mark, that was a terrific match. Yes, a barn burner, as they say, and a lot of tough questions. Awful lot of math questions, too, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Mission Bay led through most all of the match, and then down at the last 2-minute mark, Coronado came back to tie it and then moved on to take the lead and the win, 70-58. Congratulations to all of our students. This means now that Coronado will be taking on Madison High School for the Metro Championship match, and you will see that as well right here on ITV. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned.